Okay. I feel like I'm in a little bit of a race here against the light. I wanted to come on here today and talk about Black Moon Lilith in the sign of Libra. If you haven't watched my previous video on Black Moon Lilith and the astrology and myth behind Black Moon Lilith, make sure to check that out. I'll link it down below, and I'll try to remember to put the link up on the screen somewhere too. My intention with this series is to show you guys how to overcome your shadow sides. Black Moon Lilith is heavily connected to shadow work. So if you aren't doing shadow work right now, or if that's not your thing, maybe put this video away and come back later. Black Moon Lilith isn't like a love and light kind of energy. It's shadow energy, it's shadow work. So we're going to be talking about maybe the darker sides of the human psyche and of human nature. So Black Moon Lilith, to sum her energy up, is this energy within us where we may feel suppressed, where we may feel like we get rejected or shunned or exiled even every time we try to show our power in this area. This may be an area where we feel a lot of hunger and we're not really sure how to feed it, or we'll go to drastic measures to feed that hunger. Black Moon Lilith and Libra could show our deep, deep desires, our wants, and I think it can be heavily connected to the soul's karma in that way. And Libra rules over relationships, partnerships, beauty, aesthetic, pleasures, harmony, grace, fairness. Libra is cardinal air energy. It is intellectual. It is forward moving. What do you get when you combine these two energies together? Well, like I said, Libra rules fairness, and Black Moon Lilith can kind of be the dark sides of the human nature. And so someone with this placement might experience or see a lot of unfairness in this world, and they might experience it towards them, or maybe they just witness it. An example, I had a client, and I'm going to keep him anonymous, but I had a client who was waiting on a job promotion and was promised a job promotion, and then had that promotion pulled up from under him, and it was given to somebody who was way more new in the company. Doesn't that sound extremely unfair? To take a promotion, to give a promotion in the first place, and then take the promotion away and give it to somebody who hasn't been writing for the company as long. Really unfair. So that's the kind of things that like Black Moon, Lilith, and Libra might bear witness to. And because they see it so often, they themselves could pick up that nature and kind of play unfair as well. And it's kind of just that dog-eat-dog mentality. Like, the world is unfair, so if I'm gonna survive in it, I have to play by those same rules. But then what happens when we engage in unfair play is we get caught up in like unfair cycles that are chaotic and toxic and just not any fun. You know, this could look like themes of just harshness, betrayal, cheating, dominating, lying, manipulation, finessing the system, and getting caught for it, things like that. So you want to be careful falling into that shadow side and kind of like settling for those like lower vibrational frequencies. If anything, I think it's important for a Black Moon, Lilith, and Libra placement to protect fairness and to protect harmony. And they're going to learn that by protecting their own fairness, their own harmony within. And I think a Black Moon, Lilith, and Libra person has to set really strong morals for themselves to follow. Those morals are going to be the thing that saves you when you're in a chaotic situation and you're like, what should I do? Oh yeah, I have these morals that I set in place for myself that I think are really important to follow. So try that as a remedy. Try to set morals for yourself. So when you see unfairness, you call it out. Libra has to do with like partnerships and connecting with other people. It also has to do with organization of people. Virgo energy is more organization of like things and of the mind. The Libra energy is like organization of people, organization of relationships. How well are people fitting in, matchmaking, things like that is Libra energy. And when you put Black Moon Lilith here, what you can have is somebody who's very attracted to chaos, who's very attracted to disharmony, because they like to fix it up, because they like to arrange it, because they like to be the one to heal it and be the peacemaker. So much so that sometimes they could even cause a little disharmony, especially if things are a little boring. This placement doesn't mind stirring the pot. Subconsciously loving when things are a little disharmonious, and loving being able to be the one that rebalanced everything. Libra energy rules over beauty and charm. When you put Black Moon Lilith here, a couple things can happen. One is you could kind of get like suppressed or rejected every time you try to do Libra-like things. Every time you try to like get all pretty and dolled up, maybe people are like, why are you trying so hard? Whoa, who are you looking so good for? Another thing is you can be very, very charming, very, very beautiful, very seductive, very attractive. You know it, and you might even use that to your advantage. You might use your charm to finesse and get to whoever you want or wherever you want or whatever you want. I think it's important for this placement to be wise when choosing a partner. You can kind of be attracted to somebody, but they might not be actually right for you. You're good at matchmaking, maybe with everybody else, but not so good at matchmaking for yourself. Yeah, Libra energy will be the type to marry because it's attracted to the power the person has, or the money, or the tools, or the resources, more so than like the actual person themselves. And if that person were to lose those things, the Black Moon, Lilith, and Libra person could then lose their attraction. So they gotta watch out for that, for falling in love for these vain reasons, falling in love for these shallow reasons, because then when things change, then the magic is gone and they lose the love. And that's not good, right? I think that there could be a lot of like doubt and fear too with partnerships, especially because you've seen all of that betrayal, you've seen all of that unfairness that human beings are so capable of. And that I think also makes it really hard to fully commit, to fully trust, and to fully love people for those deep reasons. There could also be this want to avoid people like that, and because you want to just stay in the shallow end of life. Libra rules over decision making and judgment and weighing out your options. And when you put the shadow energy of Black Moon Lilith here, you could have somebody who maybe has difficulty like making decisions. They could really go back and forth in that weighing process. Should I do it? Should I not? Should I trust them? Should I not? And that could really cause a lot of like opposition in the mind, like an inner battle in the mind. It can be very uncomfortable. They can even become pretty like subordinate to others in a sense where they let everybody else make the decisions for them. And if they do that for long enough, they can kind of like lose like sight of themselves and what they stand for, what their opinions are, if they don't practice like asserting that. If you're always that person that's like, I'm cool with whatever, I'm cool with what the group wants to do, I'm cool with what's best for you, and you're like not digging deep into yourself to figure out what your own opinions are, you can get a little lost there. We think that a Black Moon Lilith with Libra person can struggle with is identity, because they're always adjusting themselves to the people around them, to fit the people around them, to balance out the existing environment. That, you know, when you go home and there's no one else to bounce off of but you, and you're like, okay, well, who really am I? Because when I was with that group, I was bubbly and outgoing, but when I was with this group, I was way more like quiet and like chill and laid back. Who am I when there's no one to bounce off of? Like I said, Libra energy rules over relationships. This energy can be extremely sexual. It can have a lot of desire. We'll always have a new love waiting. It wants that unlimited supply of love, that unlimited supply of passion, that unlimited supply of pleasure. That could be the hunger that comes from this placement. The hunger for pleasure, the hunger for money, the hunger for all things fine and beautiful, the hunger for just fun and a good time, lightheartedness, to a point where maybe you're ignoring like the real parts of life and the nitty-gritty things that we gotta handle, and those tasks that you gotta handle, and you're letting problems build up in the back burner. So watch out for that, become aware of that, don't do that. Practice that confrontation energy. Practice that assertive energy. So because of all of that unfairness, I feel like Black Moon Lilith and Libra energy can sometimes lose its faith in people. And it could have this mentality of me against the world, me against everybody. I'm a lone wolf. Nobody's fair and I can't trust anybody. Nobody's gonna have my back, blah, 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 blah. I think you have to like drop back into the heart and try to open up your heart to people again. Because when you're in that mindset, you've closed your heart off. This energy loves to flirt. Big flirts. Flirting to them is so like whatever, it's so small, it's so like nonchalant, it's like not a big deal. I could get them in trouble sometimes where they could be talking to someone and their partner will consider it flirting, but the Black Moon Lilith and Libra person won't see it as flirting and kind of be like, it's not that big deal, and kind of brush it off and sweep it under the rug. This energy also loves to social climb because it is attracted to those fine, shiny things in life, those the people with the resources, the people with the connects, the people with the money, that is who they are attracted to. So this energy loves to social climb and they're kind of good at it. But also watch out for copying with this energy. Aries energy is like individuality, and Libra energy would be like conforming to the group, or like, you know, playing the part you need to keep things harmonious. Because it doesn't have a strong sense of identity, it can result to just copying other people and taking on the identities of the people around them, taking on the identities of their friend groups and stuff like that. So be mindful of that. Libra also rules over money and equity. Black Moon Lilith and Libra can maybe have like a trauma there, or maybe struggled with that earlier on in their lives, and it could create this like hunger for it, or this really big want for it. That could have been an area where you were suppressed, is things like resources, equity, money, finances, and that's why you seek it out so much in others. That's why it's like a standard that people have to meet, that they have these things and that they can provide these things to you. People could hate a Black Moon Lilith and Libra placement for just being beautiful, for doing Libra light things, for having their hair done and their makeup done and their nails done and their outfit on point, having their Instagram on point, having their aesthetics just looking good. People can hate on them for that, and it's like, ignore it, keep shining, keep popping, keep being you. Okay, they're just mad that they can't put things together as well as you can. They can't put an outfit together or a look together or whatever together as well as you can. Let's get into the empowered sides of this placement, yeah? One thing we talked about is how Libra placements do have a charm to them, and they could use that for finesse, but they could also use this for good. They can use this to build opportunities. They can use this to network. They can use this charm to get their foot in the door. They could use this charm to get people connected. You can use your charming ways for good, Libra. And that, you know, very attractive sexual energy you have, you could use that to attract anything you want. I truly think a Black Moon Lilith and Libra person can become a master of manifestation, a master of receiving things, a master of attracting things into their reality. You know, Libra is that attractive energy, and you have Black Moon Lilith really firing that up in you. I think this placement is extremely cunning. If a Libra placement seems dumb, they're probably acting, they're probably playing dumb. Remember, this is cardinal air energy. They are intelligent. They are putting two and two together, and they're way ahead of you. I think that's something you could use to your advantage. You could kind of sneak up on people. People might not know that you're coming for their spot. You know, people might not know that you are a threat. You can kind of use that to your advantage. I think you can get an unlimited amount of admiration in whatever it is you want, in whatever field you enter. So I think that's something that's really cool. And another strong suit of this energy is they can and will get that admiration. They work hard for it. There's a reason why they're admirable. And you know how we talked about how on a dark side, this energy could be like social climbing? Well, on a lighter side, this energy can be very good at networking. And you can have a really strong network. Libra, really powerful network. You do find those people with those resources and those big bucks. You do have those powerful friends. Give this Black Moon Lilith and Libra placement a place to be, a place to express. If you are someone who is always drawn to chaos and loves to fix it, we'll have a job that allows you to do that. A job where you're a counselor, a job where you're a mediator, a job where you're whatever, where you get to help people make decisions. That can be really healthy. Some lessons for this placement: I think you need to find your faith in people again. You have to remember you are a part of the collective. You're not a lone wolf. So you have to find that faith and that love for people again, and surround yourself with people who are worthy of it. Stop going after these chaotic people who you think you can fix. Learn how to assert your energy in a healthy way. Don't let people repress you. Learn how to have an identity and learn how to stand for something and assert that into the world. And don't let people make you think you're dumb. You are smart as heck. Okay, so that is my video on Black Moon Lilith in Libra. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more astrology content. Comment down below what your thoughts are and whether or not this resonated and what Black Moon Lilith sign I should do next. And don't forget to check out my website down below if you are interested in learning astrology, tarot, and how to start an online business from me. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye!